NXT No Mercy is this weekend and it is looking like a stacked show for the third brand. So let's get into the Aussie Cousins Wrestling Show NXT No Mercy Prediction Show. And if you love NXT just as much as us Aussies do, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. So the first match on the card that we have is Tavion Evans versus Josh Briggs, their rematch from a few weeks ago. Mikey, who do you think is going to win?
I'm going with Tavion Evans. I think the push and the storyline with him is really good. He needs to win to keep going this storyline of being the underdog coming through, doing amazing things and wins. I do think this match will be pretty good. Briggs is well known at big events to actually put on some really good matches with the people he's performing with.
And they had a match a few weeks ago, as I alluded to in the introduction there, and it was fantastic. Yeah. My goodness, did they hit each other hard. Tavion Evans is in outstanding form at the moment. Just about one of the best wrestlers in the company, I would suggest, at this point in time, with the way he's been going over the last few weeks with his matches. I'm going for Tavion Evans as well. I think the storyline needs Tavion Evans to win big on the pay-per-view after Josh Briggs beat him a few weeks ago in pretty nefarious circumstances. And the second match on the card is Jordynne versus Blake Monroe in a weaponized steel cage match. And I am going to go for Jordynne to get her win back on Blake Monroe in this one. I honestly think if Jordynne is going to lose this one, then she shouldn't be in NXT anymore. She should be pushed up to the main roster because, my goodness, does the main roster need a refresh in wrestlers at this point in time. But if she does stay in NXT, it needs to be because she has beaten Blake Monroe inside the steel cage. What are your thoughts, Mikey?
Yeah, I'm going Jordynne too. I'm really looking forward to this match because Blake Monroe, in a previous alter ego, is very well known to be very good at hardcore, dangerous matches. This is sort of her forte. Jordynne Grace is also showing she can definitely do the match. This should be a really good match. I reckon they're going to throw everything at each other for this match.
I totally agree. And you could even see in their brawls, they've been hitting each other properly as Blake Monroe got busted open a little while ago.
It wasn't real.
It was accidental, but it just added so much to the tension.
Her face was amazing when she did that too. It was really good.
And moving on to the third match on the card, it is the WWE Women's Speed Championship being defended by Ruca, one of our favourites here at Aussie Cousins Wrestling, up against the newcomer Lainey Reid. Mikey, who have you got and why?
Yeah, I'm going Lainey Reid. I've actually been really impressed with her.
Yep.
She's got a lot of potential, has big future in the company. I think she'll win.
Yeah, I totally agree, actually. I think it's more compelling for the brand that Lainey Reid has actually got this title, and it also feeds into an angle that I've got later on for the Women's NXT Championship match. We've both got angles for that, completely opposite, so make sure you stick around for those. But I think Lainey Reid is going to get the win here because I think there's other things that Ruca should be doing that are far better than having the Speed Championship. And of course, remember guys, we've got Crown Jewel in Perth coming up in a few weeks, so if you don't want to miss out on any of that content that we put out from inside the arena in Perth, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and of course like the video so more people can view this video and then subscribe to the channel as well. Let's get back into it. And the fourth match on the card is Ethan Page putting his men's North American Championship on the line against Tavion Heights. And this one, I think Ethan Page is going to defend his title. I think this is probably the easiest one to predict on the card. And of course, that is famous last words. To be honest, I think Ethan Page is probably going to get the win here. And I think the angle that they had on the Go Home show for No Mercy this week, where Tavion Heights dropped in from behind, had the old flash pin that for some reason NXT do with a referee right there. I don't get it. NXT's done about 3 or 4 times, but generally that means that person isn't going to win.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going with Ethan Page. I'm really impressed with Tavion Heights. He's
me too.
But I just think it's Ethan Page. I also have an angle alert here. Ooh. I believe during the match, Chelsea Green's going to come out to try and help Ethan because they've been connected with the Canadian connection. I think Tara may still come out and attack Chelsea Green, but then Matt Cardona with the TNA invasion is going to come in. He's going to side Ethan Page. He's going to confront and attack Tavion Heights from behind without the referee noticing, giving Ethan Page a roll-up pin to win, and then he's going to form the group with Chelsea Green and actually be officially on NXT's books.
Oh, there you go. There's our big first angle for the predictions video. Moving on to the second last match that we have on the card, and that is the Women's NXT Championship match between Jacy Jayne, the current champion, and Lola Vice, the challenger. Mikey, what do you think about this one?
I had this one torn for ages, but I'm going to go Lola Vice.
Yep.
I believe it's the second time having a go at it. I also think this plays into my angle alert. That Jacy Jayne is going to, before the match, is going to abuse Fallon Henley. Telling her that she needs to get involved in a certain way. They're going to have a plan A and plan B. During the match, Jacy Jayne is going to come over and verbally be obnoxious towards Fallon. Fallon's going to turn her back. When she turns her back, then Lola's going to hit her with the back handspin and going to give her the win.
Yeah, so essentially that because Fallon Henley is walking out on Jacy Jayne, that has cost her the title.
Yeah, basically.
Interesting. Well, I've got an angle alert for this one, and I am going the other way around, that I think Jacy Jayne is going to win, and I think the reason why Lainey Reid is winning the title is because Lainey Reid is going to join Fatal Influence after Jasmine Nix has now left WWE. So I think Lainey Reid is going to be the one to actually help out Jacy Jayne to win the title after Fallon Henley refuses to do it.
That actually suits Lainey Reid, to be honest, with the Southern Hospitality style she is. Actually suits her with Jacy big time.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
So I think Lainey Reid is going to be a part of Fatal Influence very, very soon, and I think it's going to be on this pay-per-view where it happens. And the last match on the card is actually a huge match for NXT. It is Oba Femi putting his NXT Men's Championship on the line against Ricky Saints. Now, I am going to go for Oba Femi to retain in this one because I think down the line, probably towards the end of this year, I think Javon Evans is going to beat him for the title. I don't think Ricky Saints is going to do it this time, but I have a bit of an angle alert for this one in that after the match is over, a fantastic hard-hitting match between the two of them. Oba does win clean, but you know, Ricky Saints fought valiantly and all that kind of stuff. But then the TNA wrestlers invade the match afterwards. After it happens, they invade the ring. Joe Hendry comes out and everyone's like, whose side is he on? Because he's been TNA, he's been in NXT the last few weeks and helping out NXT wrestlers, and he sides with NXT, and he is officially an NXT wrestler from there, and he's the one that turns the tide for NXT to get on top in the brawl.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ricky Saints. I think this is time that Oba Femi finally moves on to the main roster.
I wish.
I don't have the angle, and I think it's just be a clean match.
Yep.
And Ricky Saints is going to win, and it'll be a new generation for NXT.
And I totally would love that, by the way. If Oba Femi is going to lose, it is going to be because he's going up to the main roster. And as we said earlier in the video, that main roster needs a hell of a refresh at the moment of some real new fantastic stars coming through. And there's plenty of them in NXT at the moment. So guys, let us know what you think is going to happen this week at NXT No Mercy. Put your predictions down in those comments below. And make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel as we head towards Crown Jewel in Perth in a few weeks' time. And click on one of the videos on the screen right now. They will continue on your Aussie Cousins wrestling journey with us, Chris Apples and Mikey Spence.